Okay, welcome back everybody. In this video, we're going to look at band shades and we're going to look at boxes, and we're going to get into detail of how to use both boxes and band shades together to place trades. There's two trades I'm going to walk you through in this video, trades that we made last Friday in the afternoon using this technique. Now, if you're not already familiar with the boxes yet and from some of the other videos, I'll quickly discuss what the boxes are here. On the grid, we have a 1 minute, a 5 minute, a 15 minute, and a 1 hour lane. Prices are going to be found throughout the grid, and the boxes represent price levels, so price can act as a support. We have green boxes down here. That's telling us on the grid this is a support area. When we see red boxes, this is showing us resistance. Now, quickly just jumping over to the chart, the band shades here, look at the white zone. Price fishes around in here, but we have, this is a band shade, a different color band shade, and this is a different color band. So when I say band shades, this is what I'm talking about here. So looking at this trade here, this was a euro dollar trade that I placed. And when I first made this trade, let's see, we got in at 18.19 here. It scaled into the position. I took a quarter of a lot and then a half lot here at the time, and you can see that's represented by this green dash line on the chart. When we got into this trade, a few things had happened. You know, price made a move up with the euro dollar, and it came to a rest once we started to see wicks forming at the top of the band shade here. Gives us a good idea that price is beginning to stall out. Look for a bit of a retracement down before it goes anywhere else. So I was happy to take a short in this area, and then I added to it again in here. And with the price at 18.19, we looked at the top of the band shade, okay, and then using this with the boxes, what happened? I got in here, the boxes were green, but then price started to touch and light the box red, and then finally price did start to move below the red boxes in this area. Now, when we're trading, what is our target? Because when we get in, we have to have a reason to enter the trade. We have to have a reason to exit the trade as well. Especially, we need a target. We need to know where we're going. We need a destination. So that way, when we get to our destination, we take our pips off the table and we close our trade. So as price broke through this group of 1 minute boxes here, the next area of support that we see is 1785. Do you see the green box here at 1785? And again here at 1777. The trade was short, sell, and we want to close our trade down here. Short, price move 1785. Now let me show you a picture of, here's the market, here's price. This is our target. Boom. It did just that. Price broke below our 1 minute boxes. Price came down to 1782. We have our pips from 1819 to 1784. And it touched the bottom of the second box there. Price broke below here. This was our target. And that's exactly what we had happen. This is how we use the band shades. That's how we use the boxes together to formulate a reason to place a trade, either short or long. In this case, we went short. Now, I want to show you quickly an advanced way to use this. It's a little trickier, but once you really start to put together how to look at the band shades and look at the boxes together, you'll see how if you make a trade and it doesn't work exactly in the time specification that you want it to happen, or this cleanly, okay, where we short here and the market moves perfectly, well, what if price were to go up? In this next example, this is a second trade that I took from this last Friday, and if you look at the band shades, it'll actually show you where price is going to go if it does go in a direction that you're not looking for at that moment. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's look at this next slide. So this is our first trade here, and this is where price touched. So after price went up and down and just kind of slid around sideways for a while, I got into another trade, same euro dollar, and this is towards the end of the day, an end of a Friday. And what I did was I got in again at 18.12 in this area here, because I was at the top of a band shade. Again, you see the formula from last time. Top of a band shade, so I went short with the target here. We hit our target. So towards the end of the day, I'm looking for a second take. So the idea was, look, right here, take a short. I started scaling in at 0.5. Now, I want to show you, where did the market go from here? Because being at the end of the day, I was really just wanting 10, 15, 20 pips, see what the market would give me. So from 18.15 down to 17.92 in this area, anywhere from 10 to 20 pips. Now, let's see what it did. Okay, price went up, and it went up to 18.38. So from here we see it went to this area, back again where it tested the highs earlier in the day. But if we are to look at this 5-minute chart and 5-minute band shade, what do we see right here? That's the top of the band shade. So if price, I shorted here, knowing if price is to break and then move up, I have a strong idea where it's going to go. 1837, the top of this band shade. Also represented here on the grid, if price were to continue to move up from here, which it's likely to do, we have green support boxes underneath. So once price did move up, let's see, went up to the top of that 5-minute, this is a 15-minute chart, so the band shade's slightly different. But at top of the band shade, 1837. So that was the top of the 5-minute chart. And look right here, 1839. That's where I added into my position at 1839, which was this area. We know where it's going to go. We know what it's doing. So I added to the position short, and with all these combined, it ends up being about 10 pips here. So at the very end of the day, added another 10 pips onto the trade that we took earlier with 26 pips, roughly 25 pips. So in an afternoon's work, 35 pips using the band shades and using the boxes together to formulate a trade plan, a strategy, and a place for entry and as well as exit. And when we're looking at the chart and the grid and we use them together, we're able to do just that and make some trades. So the market has just opened. Now it is Sunday evening, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for myself. I'm going to go into the market live, see if there's anything happening at the moment. I did make an Aussie dollar trade before I started this video, so I'm gonna check back on that. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Let's look forward to a good trading week. Signing off.